How does it look like? Maybe I'll show you just a little bit. I don't know if we were able to see. This is how the stadium is going to be. Just like what I said, it's a both sports and business park. So the businesses were to help recover the cost of construction. So we have here a 4-star hotel. It's a 60-bed hotel. We have shops. We have banks. We have a doctor's plaza, and then we have apartments.
Wow.
We have apartments. All are facing outside. The behind is the wall for the stadium. So the idea is just as simple as that. So the wall of the businesses is also the wall of the stadium. So inside we now have the sports facility. So basically that is it. But my team will be able to give you a more detailed picture. Also on our page we have the video showing how the whole stadium will look like. We intend to put a very, very fine artificial turf on the ground. But if our stadium is actually the main district stadium in Arua, so as I speak now, I think by end of this week it is ready for hosting our matches. So for the next 1 year, that's where we'll be having our matches. When our stadium is ready by July, hopefully by our next season, our target is to be having it in Arua Hill Park. Then we can have another partnership with the district to use the stadium, Barifa, as our training ground. So that we'll train at Barifa, we'll come and play matches in Arua Hill Park. So that is what we're doing currently. So Barifa is almost ready to host matches. So that is what we have done now.
Good afternoon, dear media. I am Maua Maria Ednamayo. I am the manager real estate with Development Infrastructure. Development Infrastructure is an infrastructure development company that seeks to identify projects that build communities. So in that effort, we have special purpose vehicle models that determine the kinds of development we do. So when we were doing the Arua Hill Park, the mode of development in that case is that we design, we fund, and then we manage, and in this case, eventually we transfer back to Arua Hill Municipal, which is our main partner. So our relationship with Arua Hill Sports Club began at the pre-mobilization stage of the development of Arua Hill Park. This was the team that was already playing and training at Arua Hill or Boma grounds. So when we were starting to begin to construct, we were already having this interaction with them. By then they were the Dove Club at that point. So we had already a sense of attachment. So when they approached us as Arua Hill Sports Club, we were more than willing to partner with them. So that's why we decided to go forward and partner with Arua Hill Sports Club. So in that effort, we shall be. So in that way, our major contribution will be providing sports equipment and anything that will be needed for administrative purposes. Since we are 100% shareholders, we shall also take up the initiative to promote most of their projects. As you've heard, they want to start up a sports academy, a ladies team. We're willing to fund most of these projects for them. So on that note, we shall be issuing them some financial support that we shall get to after the Q&A as our first contribution to financing the team's activities. Thank you.
One of the things we've done for the past 1.5 years has been to construct the Arua Hill Park Arua Hill Park is both sports facility and businesses. We have all sorts of showrooms, we have all sorts of banks, we have apartments, we have 3 hotels in that particular place, which are all going on. The construction is going on right now. I wish I could be able to show you some pictures, but we're now around 60% done. Now, we will be able to sell some of the businesses to people, but then we have also left some of the businesses. For example, we've left a 4-star hotel, which is also going under construction. It's a 60-bed 4-star hotel. That particular facility will be one of the sustainable source for the club. So we're looking at having the profits coming from these businesses going into to feed the club. And then besides having this partnership with the Arua City Authority, owning a stadium, that is going to be one of the best things we'll have in the club. Owning a stadium in partnership with the Arua City Authority. The second aspect we're looking at, after we've stabilized and we've put strategies in place within our first 5-year of the strategic plan, one of the things we want to look at is the community. You know, in West Nile, football is supported by the community. So we want to be in such a way that our fans should be able to own shares in this football club. So once we have put in systems in place, we want to give out shares to the community. Border borders will be able to own shares, market vendors will be able to own shares, any of our fans will be able to actually become part of or owners of this football club. So as DA, we're not just looking at owning it 100% ourselves. Right now we have it 100, but once our systems are in place, we want to give out some shares to our fans. And then we will also be looking at having more sponsors. Having more sponsors who will be able to sponsor the football club. And then with our international partners, our target right now is to be able to build these young players for the international market. Actually, one of the targets I've given to my team is that once we have stabilized, every year we should be able to sell at least 3 players to the international market. So that is one of the targets we want to look at. So the recruitment of the players and everything is also looking at, is this player sellable? Can this player be developed and sold out of Uganda or in Europe or in whatever places who will demand some of these players? So together with our partners, which we're already developing in the international market, we want to look at being able to sell these players to raise revenue to the football club. So these were some of the few aspects in our strategic plan, which I thought I will let you know as our partners in the media, so that you are able to see what we are looking at as a club. Otherwise, thank you so much.